Bonjour. Konnichiwa, Mr. Camera. Mr. Nikon. Nikon, hey! Hey guys, in this video we are finally removing the K20A3 from the DC5. Train. This is what you need. First of all, you'll obviously need a DC5 with a very shitty K20A3 which doesn't work. Check. Then you will obviously need the basic tools. Check. Which Samai always has us covered, thank you very much. You'll need a lot of drain pans because we'll be draining a lot of fluid, all the oil, all the coolant, and best to put a cover underneath because coolant and fuel will drip out, and always good to have rags to cover that up. And you'll obviously need an engine crane which we recently purchased and used only once to lift Zuma's block, but that's that. You'll also need a chain. We don't know how much, so we got 2.5 meters of chain, and this is rated for 860 kilos, so make sure you get what's good. We're also pulling the gearbox out with it, so we will need all of those 800 kilos. You'll need a jack, of course, and jack stands. So I've made a list. I'll just show you the list, I guess. So we have a list. Instead of showing you, I'll just pull it up on screen. But we have a list. I made a list last night of everything to do. So it's jack up, remove the hood, remove the wheels. So we were doing all of this. We'll see how much we get done today. But obviously this video will continue for you guys. So first up, jack the car and remove the hood. I just want to show you guys that the car doesn't work before we try anything. DC5 key, look inside, batteries in, K20A3, and it won't start. Yeah, it won't start. So good to know. So hood is off. It was just 4 bolts on each side, 2 bolts, so 1, 2 and 1, 2. And you need to disconnect the washer window wiper thing. Just pull it out. There's a hose that sits here on the hood. Just pull it out. Funny enough, previous owner decided to glue this, so Sama pried it out. Yep. So stupid, man. Sells me a broken car. No, I'm kidding. But it was broken. For now, we're just gonna see from the bottom. I mean, from where we stand right now, if we can take stuff off, and then we'll jack it up, drain everything. The next step is to remove this piece here. There's 2 bolts, 1 bolt on each side and a bolt in the middle, because we need to remove the hood latch because eventually the radiator has to come out too. So what we've done so far is remove everything we can for this T-piece. 1 bolt is what do you call it? Threaded? I guess. But yeah, that one's stuck in there. It's just freely spinning. So there's a bolt on the bottom, we hope, because the T-piece is still stuck in. So now we're going to jack up the car and try and remove that T-piece, and at the same time we'll drain all the stuff to make everything lighter. But that's the progress so far. Also, this Mighty Car Mods fender covers come in handy, so the tools can stay there. We'll crack on. Right, so both wheels removed. We just assembled the crane down. Just take a nice thumbnail photo. And yeah, cracking on with getting the fluids out and the T-piece. Is taking the radiator out now. Someone's working on the pipes there and some plugs and grounds and crap. But that's the next step. So we remove the T-piece. We found out that the car's been in an accident. The crash bar's been hit, but I don't think I cared anyway. So yeah, radiator out next, and then we're gonna work backwards to take everything else out. I also need to take this out, but that will be next. First step is the radiator to get clear, so we have enough space to see what else we can take out. Here we go. you go. So we're gonna have to unplug, take some, I think these two off, so we can pull the gearbox out. Alright, relax.
What are you doing?
Radiator out, we're unplugging stuff, took the intake out, Zuma's plugged this out. We'll probably have to open this, so we can pull the harness. We're gonna pull the harness out from the ECU, so that's that. The next step was to take the fusebox power out, so there's no power left, and because this is attached to the harness can be just one thing instead of a million pieces. So that's that part. The next thing we're going to do is remove the power steering pump and the serpentine belt. Power steering was later, so we're going to take out these two lines at the back. Now if you're doing this, you should really have rags ready because one of them is fuel lines and coolant's the other one from the heater, so it is going to come out. I'm going to attempt to move the lines, and luckily we have a 32 mil. Is it millimeter? Yeah. No, that fits. Let's go. I'll give you the breaker bar. Because we have to remove the axles because we are also taking the gearbox out. Don't forget on the wheel nut there's a lock that you need to just hit out. We forgot. Poor Zuma was trying his hardest.
Poor Zuma.
While Sam was just watching. So now we're going to make him do this. Come on, chop chop!
Let's try.
Hurry up! The next step is to unplug all of this shit, and Zuma's gonna pull from the top, and that's gonna slide out. Pull, Zuma. I was trying to see what goes with you. Oh, yep, sweet. Okay, let me unplug it all.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, I could see it.
You feel what?
I could full see it, yeah.
You see it?
Oh.
Why? Probably accident.
Alright, you should be able to pull it through now.
So right now, what's the hell doing? He is doing a Haltech shirt. Wow, so cool. And he's
I'm wearing a Haltech shirt and I'm working on an ECU.
and looking at ECU. Wow, what a cool dude.
No way.
And so we're gonna get the crash memory soon.
Oh yeah, let's
Nah, I already passed. I forgot to send it.
So bang, Sahil is working on some wiring, so he doesn't know what he's doing as well, so he can't really. He's covering up the camera. Oh my
Spider-Man.
god. Thinks he's cool. Look at that. My name's Owen. I can go upside down in my car. Oh my god. Doesn't even have a double system. What a scrub. Anyways, he is working on his car right now, so he's gonna pull the engine out. And after he pulls the engine out, he's gonna eat his engine. Let me pick up Sahil.
I don't think an extra pair of your hands is gonna help you.
Yeah, I'm just suggesting a valuable reason for insightful collaboration.
So for what, huh?
Collaboration. Kind of like engineering.
Oh, are these plugged in too?
Oh. Hey, Zuma.
I want the older song of that.
I want the old song.
There was no older summer. What is that?
Yes, there we go. Okay, Zuma, I think that should be it.
Oh, did they go for a practice session on Friday?
Ooh.
Rangers racing in gym. The gym, Rangers racing, Imperial, Motorsport.
They left Friday morning or Friday night.
Where did they go?
Practice session.
Coolant.
When we come this Saturday, we got rained out and couldn't continue racing.
What's Coolant?
There's a run. Bro, this guy's asking me what's Coolant. How many times did we pass on the way to Melbourne? I'm like, oh yeah, this is Coolant.
Oh, so it's that place.
The drag race, the drag racing thing. Yeah. They're on the airport.
That's cool. I'll stop that now. Stop it.
Thanks. I was gonna go for it. Give it a pull. Oh, give it. Where?
So he is doing that.
It's gone for me.
While this guy is doing.
I'm gonna take this out like one by one.
Yeah, there's a there's one thick one. Oh, we take this shit out? Because there's no way that last one is fitting.
Man, you can take them one by one, bro.
No, there's one thicker than this.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that got stuck.
Let me get a phone.
I can see why the other ECU won't work.
Why?
Because all the accessories is a different plug. Maybe it won't plug in. But who needs accessories, right?
Yeah, like if that's the only reason.
If that's the only reason and everything else works, but the immobilizer might not let it start. The key. That's
So he has to like jump start every time?
No, you can't even start it. Because the immobilizer reads the key.
Yeah, the key's coded.
That doesn't work.
So you're gonna have to get a Haltech.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I understand. I'll go to that.
yeah, there you go. See this one. No. You took out a loom.
Now the part is, how do you take it out from these green things?
Yeah. Maybe we just take that off, bro.
You just want to take that out? Are you sure?
I try and take the clip off.
I think you just push this down.
I think the loom is only 3 of these. Engine loom.
Legit. I'm so confused. Does this get up or down? Down.
Engine loom. Engine loom. I don't know what's next. I think what's next is still that. Oh, Sama, you haven't done this yet.
I thought when I was asking you about, you're like, we'll do it later.
Okay, well now since you don't want to do the wheel nut, we're pretty stuck on the wheel nut. It's really hard to take off. We don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, I reckon we'll do this. I agree.
So we'll just do this. So we've got a. So I think I forgot what a mill that was, but you got to put a wrench there to lock it, and this is the tensioner.
I don't want peace.
Is it the same size as this?
No, I think it's different size. And then you rotate it like your one, and then to pull the belt off first.
So I'm like, I don't want peace.
Because you pull the belt off first, and then you got to pull this whole system off,
Makes sense. Okay, it's more.
and then this will just rest that way.
We need a brake box.
Little update. So Summer's removing the power steering out of the way, and we're gonna see for the serpentine belt we just cut it. It was we just cut it and took it off. So all this is connected to the back of the engine, but it connects to the throttle cable. So we've got to see how the throttle cable comes off the motor. I think it's just this here, because the throttle cable doesn't. So brother. So that comes off there. Zuma and I have been working on getting the shifter cables off. Other two?
Yeah.
Far out, bro. We were gonna take these off, but Zuma suggested to just take the mounts off, which is way easier. So there's the bolts there, and then that can be free. We also have to take the clutch master cylinder off. It's somewhere around here, apparently, according to the videos we've seen. Oh, it's there. That's the clutch master cylinder. See that black grommet shit? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, easy.
So you got that comes off after. Continue from there. What we've done so far is take off everything that's been connected to the body and to the car. So basically the engine is now free. We've got the loom here. The battery's all gone. The fuse box is out. The shifter cables are disconnected. Power steering's off. The throttle body is off. It's here. You just got to take it off from here. But that's it for now. And we will come back and we'll hopefully. The next thing we've got to do is attack the AC. We've got to move the AC out of the way. I think we can just move it to the side. Otherwise we have to disconnect it from there because it is in the way. And I want to keep AC from the other engine, so that's what we'll do. And we need to remove the fuel lines and the coolant lines from the aircon. That's the last thing we need to do, and that's all that's holding up the engine. And then the mounts, and we get the chain ready. That's the next part. We've made some progress on the axles. This side was really stuck compared to the other side. You can see that the top thread is a bit mounted there. I think we did that because it was stuck on. So what happened was that the nut was locked on all the way around instead of just the two at the front. So I had to pry around and bang it out with the flathead and smashing the flathead from the back and going around. And eventually that came off, and then we had to use the massive breaker bar with my force and Daniel standing on it, and that eventually broke it. The other side was easy. Someone had broke it before. And we got that out, so now we're just trying to pull the axle out. To pull the axle out, you gotta remove these, the top two and the bottom two to let this fall out. And then we realized we gotta remove the brake line because there's not enough distance to pull the shaft out. When you pull the shaft out, it's just basically what we're doing right now. This leans back, hit it from here to push it out, and then from the back you can sort of just pull, twist while also pulling the rotor back to pull it out. But yeah, remove the brake line. There's too much pressure on your brake line and there's not enough distance. Now the aircon that we said before is actually the coolant for the aircon, so there's no need to worry about gas or any of that. So you'll see it comes over across the engine, it comes down here into the AC component. It's just a 10 mil there. Pull that out, pull the pipe out and cover it up because coolant does fall out. And that's it. You can pull this to the side. The last thing we need to do after the shafts is just the fuel lines. And then we're ready to take the mounts, unbolt the mounts and take this engine out of here. Oh yeah, and the bumper wasn't even on, so it came off. Lovely. Alright, so this side was way easier. We pulled the shaft out. What we're gonna do is just we're gonna lift it up anyway, so this is gonna come up because Gearbox is coming out, so we'll just see what happens. If the shaft hits, it hits. If it hits, we'll just pry it out later. The last thing to do that's connected to the engine is the fuel lines. These, I think it's only one, but we've got to see where fuel pours out because I don't want to make the garage messy because we're moving out. Spoiler! Spoiler alert! That's right, guys, we're getting a Divine HQ. No, we're not. We are in maybe next year we'll have a garage, yeah? Yeah. But, yeah. The warehouse. The rat garage. But yeah, that's it. Again, I know I keep saying it, but next. Fuel line. Engine mounts, I think it's 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And the gearbox mounts on the bottom, and then we can change this up and lift it up. Bye bye. Bye. Righto. So I've got the fuel thing off. This was a clip, and the clip is on the fuel part, so I've just covered it up because the smell is pretty bad. So definitely fuel was not a problem because there's definitely fuel flowing through there. There's 2 more lines on the bottom, coolant entry and coolant return. The return one is the bottom one. No, the return one has the clip on this side, on the car side. So that's the one where all the shit coolant goes through, and that's when the coolant comes from, this line. Coolant will spill out. I didn't really prepare for it, but there's a shield. There's sort of a shield there, so it drips down. I've just got a mat on the floor there. So coolant will drip out from the return and the entry. So make sure you're prepared for that. But these are the two. The entry is really small pipe. The return is the larger one. Salma's there banging the mounts out. He's loosened up the 2. We believe there's one more at the back corner there. He's having a go at that one. And then it's the gearbox mounts.
Can you point at the mounts again?
I'm gonna get it from here. I'm gonna wrap it around so So our chaining technique wasn't really working. It's not fitting onto the crane properly. And the 2 chains need to sort of tie together. So we've got a ratchet strap that's rated at 650 kilos. That's going to go through both chains, hook them up together, and then hook it up to that. And then we can start pulling and seeing what else is connected and just pull this, please. Onegaishimasu! Going up.
This doesn't work, or just...
Should I get under and see if it's different with the subframe? No, that looks fine. Car's coming up. Car's coming up. Car's coming up.
You can relate.
Is it coming up?
Yeah, go push it. Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, watch, I'm gonna drop it.
Why? Actually, wait, don't drop it, don't.
Okay.
Oh, there's a stick.
That's like it comes off.
Oh, there's tension.
No, this is
Damn it!
Why?
I'm gonna drop it a bit. It was that high?
Okay. Tell the truth.
Oh, this is easy. This is easy. No!
Why?
What is this?
That was definitely holding it.
It was, sure. Because it came up more, way more.
What the hell is left?
Wait, let me drop it back on the jack stand.
Alright.
Same technique, I'll keep moving it, he keep going on. Okay, wait, this shouldn't be with this. Aircon, okay, go.
this point we're completely stuck. The engine is not coming out. There is a ton of other bolts and metal and bits and pieces that are just in the way of the engine or holding the motor down, and it was not letting us pull it out. We spent a lot of time figuring out what was there and what was around it, and it definitely took us a while to get it out.
We'll tell you right now, we have been trying to get this out for a very long time, and we've taken out 1,000,000 bolts, and still we discovered more bolts, so we have to take out and more mounts. But yeah,
1,000,002 bolts.
1,000,002 bolts. But I think Osama and our minds are like really clockwork right now, and we're kind of switched on, so we're just pumping everything out. Continuing on. As Osama said, around 562.
So we removed all the bolts that are holding the engine, but the engine and the gearbox is hitting against a lot of things. It is a pretty tight engine base, so the motor and the gearbox is hitting against the car, hitting against metal pieces on the side, hitting against the headers. So I'm just trying to move the engine back and forth left and right while Osama's pumping it up.
894, let's go. Keep up.
This.
What is it?
Coolant going back from the AC. 10.
We'll be like,
I'm telling you, it says it on screen. And you can't scrape it out, I'll say.
I didn't say anything yet.
It's not saying anything yet.
Yeah, that's out. Straighten it out. The owner should be on it. Why not get used to it? You want on his side.
That actually, the reason I bought this house is because all the houses are single story dirty.
Seriously?
Yeah. Because we full cleaned the house before the inspection and first. So everything was separate. Inside. Tight.
So battery's 6 feet.
Car's going up. Oh! Shit, what did you do?
No.
It's not going up.
Engine's up. Testing.
What was that?
I think it's just like speed or something.
Okay, wait. Oh, it's sharp.
Oh yeah.
It's clear. That's nice. Shit. Oh shit. It's out. It's It's out.
Yeah, it's out.
Yes! Yes! Come here, come here. Yes! Holy shit! Okay.
Well, our first official engine.
Oh my god. Holy shit. It's out. It's out. We've got it out. Holy. It's out.
First engine!
First engine out. Holy shit. Look, it's in the air. It's in the air. Holy shit. Let's go. Let's continue this. Oh my god, let's get the pallet ready.
So